I will show you how I made my first ever real advertisement for a company. This was a challenging process that took me a while, because I had to learn a totally new style of 3D rendering. So stay until the end if you wanna see the final result. So let's not waste any more time and dive into the process of making my first ever ad. After meeting with the client, I started drawing the storyboard on this piece of paper. This was mainly to block out the shots and get a general idea of what the final result would look like. So I took a pen and began to work on it. Finally, the storyboard is finished, and this is how it turned out. Not the best, but it worked for what I wanted to do. Now it's time for the next step. I opened up Blender and started modeling the character. Because this was my first ad, I tried to keep the character simple, so I just used primitive shapes and a lot of subsurface modifiers to give the model some curves. After that, there was the hardest part. Rigging. And here is the first challenge I had to go through. Because this ad was about promoting a dentures company. That meant that the most important part of the character had to be its mouth and its facial expression. I had to rig the face, and I had never done that before. Thankfully, I had a secret ace up my sleeve, YouTube University, which has hundreds of tutorials on simple face rigs. So that is exactly what I did. And in a couple of days, I had the face rig done. Then I had to rig the rest of the body, which fortunately wasn't as challenging, as I did that before for my first short film. But I still had to do the cartoonish textures of my character. That is where Blender Kit came in clutch. So what's the big deal, you may ask? Well, picture this. You're working on a project, and suddenly you need the perfect texture, model, or even a whole scene to bring your vision to life. Instead of scouting the internet for hours or spending countless nights trying to create it yourself, Blender Kit hooks you up with tons of assets right at your fingertips. I'm talking about thousands of high-quality textures, models, materials, and more, all conveniently integrated into Blender. It's like having an assistant who never sleeps and always knows exactly what you need. So whether you're a filmmaker, architect, or just someone who loves to create cool stuff, do yourself a favor and check out Blender Kit. Click the first link in the description and use the code JOHN3D to get 10% off. You're welcome. So of course, I ended up using Blender Kit to add some cartoony textures to the character. And this is how it turned out. Now it was time to put my character in an environment of its own, so I started working on scene building. I mainly took inspiration from cel shading art and cartoonish frames. After that, it was time for the coolest part, but at the same time, the most painful part. Animation. Hand animation. So then, the longest process known to mankind took place. I am no pro animator, but this project helped me improve and practice my animation skills a lot. However, I still have a long way to go. Once the animation was done, I worked on the little details and effects. And finally, I rendered the animation. So once rendered, it was time to edit. And I used DaVinci Resolve for that. I made some couple of clicks here and there until the video was done. Well, almost. It was good, but I noticed that something was missing from the video. It felt empty. Or better said, it sounded empty. And I just know what this needs. Some sound effects. Usually I take sound effects from platforms like Artlist, but I was feeling extra motivated, so I decided to do my own sound effects. So I took my mic, opened the recording program, and started doing some sound effects. I messed up a lot. Take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. Anyway, I finished the sound effects, added a little bit of color grading, and now the video was done. So without further ado, here's the final version of the ad. Enjoy.
Deja el sol sin su luz y la luna sin reflejar, que cada estrella flotando pare de brillar, ni la noche más negra.
Last shot? Sure. What should I do?
Hey! I've been filming John's videos for a long.
Like vlogging, I'm vlogging with a cinema camera. This looks weird.
35?
I don't think it's focused.
It's not focused. Yeah, it's not. Wait, can I get some shot of the cars?
Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I hope to create more videos like this for you guys. And please check out Josiah's channel. He has been behind the camera the most of the time. And he has been very, very good. See you guys.